In this video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use a combination of the new 2J's Sam's Gingerbread stamps and dies along with the matching paper pad. Now, in the stamp and die set, you actually get a full set of stamps of all 6 of the gingerbread people, and you get 6 mini versions as well. You also get the matching dies to cut those out perfectly. Now, the paper pad has been made by individually stamping all of the actual images, and then they've all been hand coloured. So Leslie Lakin, wonderful senior John Next Door Angel, hand coloured all of these images, and they've been scanned in and then created the paper pad so that they fit perfectly within the dies. And this means that you can actually make perfect cards even if you don't want to stamp and colour them. So you get 3 pages of the images in there, plus you get lots of different matching colours, all in this beautiful sort of browny, sort of beige tan colour, along with this beautiful sort of burgundy red. So again, great for Christmas, but also great for other times of the year as well. So really sort of classic, cute gingerbread images. So I want to show you how we actually line them up. So I've got here one of the sheets from the paper pad, and on here you'll see you actually get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you get 12 images, so you get 2 of each. So in each paper pad, you've actually got 6 of each character already done and coloured for you. And actually cutting them out couldn't be simpler. All you have to do is take the die and drop it on. And if you see the edge at any point, then it's incorrect. So you want to line it up so that you basically just see the coloured image through. And it's been stretched slightly so that it's very easy to do. Simply then tape that down and run it through your die cutting machine, which will actually give you the absolutely perfect image. Now, what I would actually suggest you do is to take your scissors, and instead of running the whole piece, simply lightly trim, just like this, around the outside. We then pop that onto our base, and we run that through our die cutting machine. I'm using the Kaleido, and I'm just using this off air so that it's quicker and easier. But you see there, we then pop out the perfect little gingerbread character. And obviously there's a die for all 6 of the designs in there, so very simple to do, and you can do multiple ones at the same time. So there's our little image made and cut. And what I thought I'd do is we're making up a card using the paper pad. So what I've done here is I've cut a piece of card to 5 by 7, which is just sort of the perfect size really for doing this. And then I've taken 2 of the pieces of paper, and what I've actually done is I've cut this down to slightly bigger. So I've cut this down to 7 inches long, and I've cut it to 5.5 inches. And then I've simply cut both pieces together at 2 inches. And that way you can see here, I will actually be able to make 2 of these cards nice and simply. So all we're going to do is, I'm going to use some of the Craft Artist wet glue, this sort of super tacky glue. Although this is paper, this has been cut at 180 GSM. And that means that it's perfectly strong enough to take a decent glue like the Craft Artist, and it won't actually bow or show on the front or anything. So I'm simply going to attach one piece of paper to one side, and that's the larger piece. I'm then going to take the second strip at 2 inches, and I'm going to add that down the other side, giving me the perfect split panel. Now, to cover this join, you could use another strip of paper. I'm using some of this ribbon from Crafts 2. So I've just taken a piece and cut it to size, and I've added a little bit of the Craft Artist power tape. I would really recommend using power tape, or if you can't get power tape, use a decent red line tape, as this means that you can trim it down perfectly. So I'm going to use one of the lines on my mat to make sure I get that perfectly straight. There we go, and pop that down. And the mix of having a sort of fabric as well, so we can simply wrap that around, or if you've used the power tape, you can trim it off, as that will stop it from fraying, giving you the perfect edge down there. So, taking that to one side, I'm actually now going to bring in my characters. So I've got 3 of my characters. So I've gone for the sort of bow, the little sort of reindeer, and the snowman. And to add those on, I'm going to take foam tape. And again, the paper in here is more like card. It is strong enough, so it's not like one of those pads where you have to actually spray glue them onto card to make it thick enough. Just a strip down the middle will be strong enough to hold these. So here we'll go with, I'm going to go with little girl, and I'm just putting them above that strip of ribbon. So then we've got the little snowman, and finally we're finishing with our little reindeer. They're so cute, these, they really are. I'm then going to take a card blank, and I've got this cut to 6x8, and I've matted it with a little bit of the coconut white essential card, and then the Craft Artist essential card in the burgundy, which is the exact tone you need to pull out this sort of reddy brown colour that's in here. So we've matched this really well against that colour, and that's just placed down. And then I've got a little sentiment using a strip left from the bottom of our longer strips, and I've stamped this with the John Next Door Swirl Christmas Sentiments 2024. Put a little bit of ink on it, all in vintage sepia, and then matted and layered it. And there we go, really simple card. Here I've used a little bit of Christmas ribbon from my stash. So I've just used a little bit of Christmas ribbon I bought last year, I think for wrapping presents. But beautiful card, very simple, but it looks like you're an expert colourist and it's all been done for you. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the Crafting with John Next Door and Crafts 2 group on Facebook. Enjoy.